What's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and today the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Buffalo Bills in Week 2 of the NFL preseason, 27-15. Kenny Picket and the Pittsburgh Steelers looked solid today as Picket played 2 drives on 2 touchdowns. They scored 2 touchdowns in the first 5 minutes of this game on 2 large touchdowns, 62-yard touchdown run by Jaylen Warren and a 25-yard touchdown pass from Kenny Picket to Pat Freiermuth. And then the Steelers kept it rolling after Pickett and the starters came out with the second group and the third group as Trubisky as the backup quarterback, and even Mason Rudolph had a solid day too. Josh Allen actually played for the Bills today. So if you're wondering, so did Patrick Mahomes for the Kansas City Chiefs. It seems like some teams are playing their starting quarterbacks. Today I went to the Texans game as a because I'm a Texans fan, so I went to the Texans game today, and the Dolphins played Tua Tagovailoa. With all of the injury concerns, the Dolphins still played Tua for 2 drives today, and he got hit a couple times. The Texans did bring some pressure to Tua Tagovailoa. It's a risk to play your these good quarterbacks in the preseason. It's sometimes you do not see quarterbacks like Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes play in the preseason, but Josh Allen did play in this game, and I think he played a drive or two. He definitely maybe he played more than a drive. But I think he did play 2 drives because he threw for like almost 70 passing yards, and they did not go on a scoring drive when he was out there. Maybe they went for a 4th down when he was out there. I have no idea. But I think he either played a drive or 2. Mahomes played a lot today. He threw a touchdown pass and threw like for plus 100 yards. But teams are playing their quarterbacks in preseason, and both the Steelers and the Bills did that today with Kenny Pickett and Josh Allen. Let's go with the scoring summary though. So first quarter, 2 touchdowns for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that is in the first 4.5 minutes, 2 touchdowns. A Jaylen Warren 62-yard touchdown run by Jaylen Warren, and then the Chris Boswell makes the extra point at 7-0. Then Kenny Pickett. This is a 1-play drive. So I guess maybe Josh Allen threw a pick or something. Yeah, or they fumbled or something like that. The Bills lost possession because this is a 1-play drive. Kenny Pickett throws a 25-yard touchdown pass to Pat Freiermuth, and that is it, 14-0. Right at the end of the halftime, right before halftime, Mitch Trubisky, with 3 seconds to go in the second quarter, throws a 3-yard touchdown pass to Cameron Hayward's brother, and it's 21-0. Then a couple field goals for the Steelers in the third quarter. Chris Boswell, 35-yard field goal. And then Chris Boswell, with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter, 39-yard field goal. And then a couple touchdowns for the Bills in the fourth quarter. A Jordan Mims 2-yard touchdown run. Tyler Bass makes the extra point. It's 27-7. And then Kyle Allen throws a 17-yard touchdown pass to Justin Shorter. And Dyerton Evans runs in for the 2-point conversion. It's 27-15. So early on in the third quarter, it was 27-0. Looked like the Steelers were about to give a whooping that the Bills gave to them last year in the regular season. The Bills just beat the crap out of them last year. What was it like? 30? Was it like 33-3 or something like that? Buffalo last year just kicked the Steelers' butts. Maybe this was a little bit of revenge with this win. I know it doesn't matter. It's preseason. All right, game leaders. So passing yards, Kyle Allen, not Josh Allen, for the Buffalo Bills, threw 12 for 15, 112 passing yards with 1 touchdown pass. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, how about Mitch Trubisky, 10 for 13, 78 passing yards with 1 touchdown pass. For the Bills, for both rushing leaders for rushing yards, Latavius Murray, 6 carries, 26 rushing yards. And then for rushing yards for the Steelers, of course, it's Jaylen Warren, who had 1 carry for 62 yards on that touchdown play. Receiving yards. That goes for the Bills. That goes for Justin Shorter, 5 receptions. He might be short. 5 receptions, 47 receiving yards for 1 touchdown. And then for the Steelers, it is Gunnar Olszewski with 5 receptions for 41 receiving yards. And he also plays special teams too, if I recall. Josh Allen threw 7 for 10 with 64 passing yards, and that was it for Josh Allen. Then Kenny Pickett threw 3 for 4 with 43 passing yards and 1 touchdown, while Mason Rudolph threw 5 for 7 with 52 passing yards. And Najee Harris had 2 carries for 6 rushing yards. And James Cook had 3 carries for 3 rushing yards. Steelers, Xavier Valade, who played for the Texans. As I'm a Texans fan, I'm really upset we cut him. He's a really good player. He had 1 reception for 22 receiving yards, and he's running back. He actually had no carries in this ball game, though. Actually, he did. He had 5 carries, but only had 4 rushing yards, while he did have a 22-yard reception. And Anthony McFarland Jr. had 2 receptions for 18 receiving yards. Corner Hayward had that touchdown. Darnell Washington, the rookie tight end, had 1 reception for 6 yards. George Pickens had 1 reception for 8 yards. Allen Robinson with 1 reception for 10 receiving yards. Good day for the Steelers receiving. Fumbles. So, multiple fumbles for the Steelers. So Mason Rudolph fumbles and loses the football, and Cameron Klein, a defensive player for the Bills, recovers, and then Tanner Muse recovers a fumble from recovers a fumble from quarterback Matt Barkley, and then Mason Rudolph lost a fumble, but I don't know who recovered it. It doesn't say who recovered it. But yeah, tackle defensive. Dorian Williams was the leader in tackles for the Bills with 4 tackles for loss. 4 tackles. And then for the Steelers was Kenny Robinson with 5 tackles. Bills had 3 sacks in this ball game, with the sacks going to Cameron Klein, who had the fumble, and then Greg Russo and Kingsley Jonathan. And they had 7 tackles for loss, 2 going to Greg Russo, 1 going to Kingsley Jonathan, 1 going to Alex Austin, 1 going to Cameron Klein, 1 going to Taylor Rapp, and that's it. Steelers had 1 sack. That sack goes to Nick Herbig, and they had 4 tackles for loss. Those are for Toby Ndukwe, and also Alex Highsmith. He just got a big contract extension. Cole Holcomb and Nick Herbig are the tackles for loss for the Steelers. Interceptions. How about the Steelers with 3 interceptions today? Rookie Joey Porter Jr. with an interception, his first in the NFL, and he's going to be a stud on the defense for the Steelers. He had 1 interception returned that interception for 4 yards, and the Steelers also had 2 other interceptions, with Chandon Sullivan having 1 interception, and so did Elijah Riley. So, what a day for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Their whole team in general. I know it's preseason, but good day for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You guys have our thoughts on the game. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.